Welcome. In front of me I have the Motorola Moto G57 Power, and I'll be going over unboxing, quick look at the device, its specifications, build quality, and so on, and give you my opinion about the value of the device at the end of the video. So, one thing that I want to start off by saying is I am not sponsored by Motorola, which will most likely become apparent. I haven't actually looked at it yet, but it's Motorola, so there usually isn't that much value in there. But because of that, I can say whatever the hell I want, and it's my opinion at the end of the day, and I'm free to basically say whatever the hell I want and whatever is my opinion about it. And Motorola can't come in and say, "Ooh, nope, we don't like you saying that, you got to remove that." So that's great. So you can be sure as shit that whatever I'm about to say is basically what I actually truly think about the device. So let's get straight into this. We have two seals at the back. There we go. And let's pop it open. So packaging wise, nothing really special. I do want to give props to Motorola. Sometimes they give you this kind of like nicer box with a scent in it. So like when you take out the device, you have like this nice little smell to the phone. Here, nope, no such a thing. It smells like China. The device already comes with a pre-applied case that trying to see if it's already scratched. No, okay, it's just scuffed from the box. So anyway, let's take off this screen cover, however you want to call it, and that reveals at the bottom that well, there is no screen protector pre-applied to the phone. That's great, because applying a piece of plastic would have cost Motorola so much. Anyway, below that we have a Type-C to Type-A cable and paperwork and the mandatory energy sticker. Oh, and a SIM ejector. Anyway, there we go. Let's just move on to the phone itself. Let's boot it up and take off this ugly case, as I don't care about cases. There we go. I like it like so. So when I drop it, it gets damaged. That's actually how I use my phone. As you can see, it's still in pristine condition. So anyway, in a second this device will boot up, and before I go into any kind of specification details, I do want to mention this device was released at the end of 2025, more precisely November 5th of 2025. So it's not the newest phone, but it's also nowhere near like far back to be outdated, I would say. Here's our setup screen. I'm going to quickly go through this just so we can see how the OS looks like. Excuse me. Okay then, we're off to a great start. No, we're not going to be getting spam from you guys. Cool. Just let me get to the home screen. There we go. So here's our home screen. Motorola, I do have to give them props, has pretty bloat-free experience, so that's great. And in terms of screen brightness, we are right now maxed out. We can see a little bit of a overblown image right here. So let me just maybe lower it down. There we go. And the display right here is just an IPS LCD display, 120 Hz refresh rate, so that's good. And 1050 nits of peak brightness. Now, some other devices, like higher end ones, get to like 3000 nits or even maybe more nowadays. So this is on a lower end, but it is LCD display, so this is, I would say, more in line of what the tech right here is. And this is peak brightness, so I don't have any tools to check it, to be completely honest about this, but most of the time when you max out the brightness like I was doing right now, this isn't actually max brightness. Max brightness usually gets hit when you have bright light hitting the display. So as an example, if I were to Exit out, just turn on flash, and you can see it just went brighter and dims out. So it actually gets brighter than what you can see right now. When there is actual brightness in the environment, that would push the display above that max brightness that you can use continuously. As most of the time the max brightness that you get, so in this case the 1050 nits, this is not a sustained brightness. This is a temporary one where it just gets for like a minute or so, and then regardless of the environment, it lowers it down to basically protect the display from, typically that would be burning out, but that's, I think, more in line for OLED displays. So anyway, with the brightness and type, we get also a 6.72 inches of that size of that screen with a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels, covered with a Cornell Gorilla Glass 7i. And the display right here is, to be completely kind of straightforward, mid. It's great that it has 120 Hz refresh rate, but I actually started seeing this kind of specifications on a freaking $100 devices. And I am pretty sure that this device is not $100. So, let's continue on to the cameras. So at the back we have what looks to be at the first glance, triple camera setup. What looks to be is because this is not a camera actually, if you look at it a little bit closer. And then the two other ones, so we have a wide one at the very top next to the flash. That is a 50 megapixel 1.8 aperture wide sensor. And then below that, this honestly you could be confused that it's a fake camera, but it's actually an 8 megapixel 2.2 ultra wide lens. And with those cameras you can record at maximum 1440p resolution at only 30 frames. And then if we flip it over to the front, in this hole punched camera that you can see right here, you get another 8 megapixel 2.2 aperture wide sensor that also does the same thing as the back one. 1440p at 30 frames, and 1080p gets you the same thing, 30 frames. So camera here are just not even a mid, I would say. They're, from what they can do, this is kind of nothing special, like literally I wouldn't even say average. Some devices nowadays that are considered to be mid-range, which, let's see the price. What the hell is this price? Bear with me, I need to check this through search. Yeah, that is that is lower than I actually expected, to be completely honest, but it's India, so let me quickly just make sure that this is the same price I get here, including all my taxes and all that crap. Oh, and it's nearly double the price. That's freaking fantastic. Okay. So yeah, this is a mid-range device. From where I'm from, I will classify this as a mid-range device, as that's how much it costs here. And I'll, like I said, talk about this more in detail at the end. So camera-wise, it's not really anything special right here, not even mid-range, I would say. And if we move on to the internals, and that's where more of the same kind of logic continues. So in this device, one of the nice standout features is the battery size. We have a 7000 milliamp hour battery, which would imply that they're using a silicon carbon battery. That's great. That means that you can have the same kind of size of a phone, thickness and just dimensions of it, while packing in that same space where battery would go, a much bigger battery. So instead of being 5000, it's now 7000, which for you as a user, it's great. You get to have your device last longer, charge it less frequently. All great things, I would say. Now, charging speed is also, for the price, I would say good. It's 30 watts, nothing special, but to be completely fair, other brands can even figure out how to charge their damn phones at this speed while costing several times more, such as this, the S25 from Samsung, a flagship device charging at measly 25 watts. Well done, Samsung, you failed to make a modern phone. Anyway, so 30 watts here for phone at this price range is actually good, I would say. And moving on into the continuing with the internals as well, is the Snapdragon 6S Gen 4 powering this device, which is fine processor. Nothing, I would say, super great. It is more or less a low to mid-range processor. And I do want to quickly check how it actually compares to one that I will be bringing up, which is this one. And quick little check. Okay, so they're basically on par. This is just a little back check for later on. So processor-wise, it's fine. It's nothing super great. It's also nothing like absolutely atrocious. You don't really get to experience any more of these kind of stutters where you navigate into the device, where it just kind of freezes and then continues on. This has been kind of fixed, let's call it this way, a long time ago, as devices and the processors in here are getting faster and faster with each generation, as that's the only thing the manufacturers seem to know how to improve at these points. These devices are fast enough to basically compete with computers. So obviously you can expect a relatively smooth operation. Might not be the fastest operation, but it is going to be smooth. Now, apart from that, we have a 8 GB model and 12 GB model, depending on how much storage you'll want. So for 8 GB versions, you have both 128 and 256 GB of storage, and for the 12 GB of RAM, you get 256 storage only. And let me just, there we go, grab a little tool right here, just so we can pop out the tray. There we go. And be introduced by a little blank spot. That's great. So this device only supports a single SIM card. Chances are it actually supports eSIM as well. So it might have, physical card and eSIM at the same time. But I can probably easily check this by checking out on the box. Do we have one or two IMEIs? We have two. So this does support eSIM. So you can plop in a physical card and connect also the eSIM, and you're good to go. Now, unfortunately, as you can clearly see right here, no SD card expansion. So if you need more than 256 gigs of storage, you're kind of shit out of luck, as this device doesn't even come with any higher option. And in terms of RAM, if you're wondering which option will be the better go-to option, most of the time, to be completely clear, it will be based on region, if you can even get the two 8 GB versions, so the 128 and 256. I encountered that in Poland. Usually this ends up just offering one. So it will be, for instance, the 8 GB 256 or 12 GB 256, and not the lower end, or the vice versa, the 128 and 8 and then 256 12. So this will vary depending on where you're buying this device and how manufacturers are selling it. So you might not see one of these options being listed at all. But anyway, let's continue on and move on to the Android right here. And Android right here is the version 16 with planned upgrade to Android 17, though I don't think Android 17 is out yet. And because this is Motorola, it's most likely going to give you software updates. And because they will offer you software updates, that means that they are going to be giving you 5 years of software updates. Now, if they're going to come out and say, oh, we're so graceful, so amazing that we're going to allow you to update this device for 5 years, meaning security patches and all that, don't take them at their word. This is not, they're not doing this out of charity. They're doing this because European Union forces them to. It's not out of their own goodness of their heart. So just putting that out there. And anything else that I want to talk about? Build quality, actually. So build quality wise, plastic all throughout basically, apart from the screen. We have on the right side our power button that doubles as a fingerprint sensor. Volume markers are right above that. At the top we got just a microphone and branding for Dolby Atmos. Yeah, sure. Moving on to the left side, we got our SIM tray, single SIM. And then at the bottom, we have our headphone jack, if you didn't know what that is, and then microphone next to that, Type-C charging port, and speakers, and that's about it. And at the back, this version is the silicone polymer back, or as manufacturers like to bullshit, the eco leather. God, I hate this name, eco leather. It actually implies that it's leather. It's plastic. So anyway, or plastic mixed with silicone, more like. So yeah, this hasn't seen leather ever in its life. It might have a bit of a texture to it, though I wouldn't even say that this is a texture of a leather, to be completely honest here. And a little bit of a feel, but it's definitely not. So now moving on to the price, which, like I mentioned, I will be talking at the end of the video about. So this phone costs, at least where I'm from, right now I think it's $300 US. That is at a current exchange rate. Let's just make double sure. So current exchange rate, sorry, right now it's $282 US, give or take. So it's not super cheap when it comes down to like budget phones, as budget phones come out about $100. This is like nearly 3 times more. And because it's at this price range where I am from, this is competing with some other heavy hitters. And yeah, those will be decent phones, definitely offering more than this one offers right here. So one of the prime candidates that is always on my mind, as it is honestly, even though it's an older device, it came out I think like a year ago at this point. That device basically still manages to shit on every device that tries to be budget and fails at it miserably. And part of the problem here is that that phone exists. It just kind of puts every other phone to shame. And there is also the same kind of device for what could be considered a flagship lineup from a different brand. But for this one, what I can recommend would be the CMF Phone 2 Pro. And that device, honestly, you can go for either one if you want a cheaper or more expensive one. CMF has 2 phones only, the 2 Pro and the 1. And 1 was obviously canonically the first one that came out, so it's older. It doesn't really differ that much in terms of performance. It's very, very close to each other, offering also very similar kind of specifications. So the improvement there is in cameras primarily. So the difference is price-wise, you might have a cheaper CMF Phone 1 than the 2 Pro. If you can get that, and if you value that price and you don't care maybe about the cameras, and that would be a great pick, which would obviously also cost less than this most likely. Now for the CMF 2 Pro, that should be coming at about the same price as this device, and for that you get 8 GB of RAM, so same like this one, though this one can go to 12 given the options. Do you need 12 GB of RAM? No, you definitely don't. Not for devices at this caliber. What are you going to be doing with these devices? 8 gigs is plenty enough. In terms of storage, it offers you both 128 and 256 with expandable storage. It also has a Dimensity 7300 Pro processor, which is basically, I think, a little bit faster than this one. Can't really check that much, considering most places only benchmark the 7300, not the Pro, which is faster. So even the non-Pro is only like a couple percent lower in performance than what we have right here. But considering you get other benefits like better cameras and also better display, as it is using AMOLED screen with also high refresh rate, that's already a very, very nice improvement. At the same price, it's outstanding improvement. And one that I personally would be going for, just because AMOLED displays look much better than LCD. So for me, that would be a definite worth, I wouldn't even say upgrade, considering you're not spending more. It's literally the same thing. It's just a different choice, and in my opinion, better. And camera-wise, it's using dual 50 megapixel cameras, wide and telephoto, and also 8 megapixel ultra-wide, like this one. And with that, you can actually do 1080p 120 frames per second, although I think that's slow motion and not like, continuous normal. But it also does 60 at 1080p, and 4K at 30. And then at the front, as a selfie, you get another 16 megapixel, double what we have right here. That does 1080p 30 only, which is honestly a step down from what we have right here, as this does 1440p at 30. So higher resolution, but same frame rate. But the back cameras obviously are much better. It's charging faster at 33 watts and coming with a smaller, that more typical 5000 mAh battery, which this device, given it, I really enjoy the fact that it does offer that silicon carbon battery that is bigger in capacity, meaning that this device will last longer than that CMF phone. But yeah, at the end of the day, CMF phone is an absolute banger of a phone, and considering it's been released at the beginning of 2025, it's honestly in my opinion, still a reigning king for value for the money. And if you can get it at a discount, considering it is a year old, then obviously there isn't even competition from Motorola here, as their device already uses worse display than what the other device offers, and has much basically crappier cameras in general. And Motorola hasn't always been even like the camera company for phones, so it's not like you even have the fallback on reliability of the brand for the cameras. So there we go. That's what I would probably be recommending, what my opinions are. And if you really want to get a good device that is still affordable, you could, though that will be a bit more, for about $500. Xiaomi has the Poco, let me quickly check, Poco, what was it? F8 Pro. So F8 Pro basically is what could be considered a flagship phone. They also have the Ultra, which would be, you can consider, this is the S25, right? So this has the same kind of specifications, I would say, as the Poco F8 Pro, while the Ultra offers even the newer processor that even the S25s don't have. So it offers a processor that the S26 comes out will have. If I remember correctly, let me double check if that was the right. That was, where is it? Yep, 8 Elite Gen 5. So it is an absolute like flagship processor in that, and it costs about $500. So it's a more expensive option, but if you want just raw power, also great cameras and everything great, that is a solid choice. If you want to stick in the same price range, I think the CMF phone will be better. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Good morning guys, today we've got here Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to change video resolution. So first of all, open your camera app. Now switch to video panel, and here you've got the quality icon, so just mark it and pick the video quality in which you want to record your videos in. Then just go back and start recording. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to change phone ringtone. So at first open the settings, then find and select sound and vibration, and here locate phone ringtone. Now pick the tune that you want to apply, tap on OK to save, and as you can see, it is already changed. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to reset Bluetooth and Wi-Fi settings. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select System, and here locate Reset Options. Now mark Reset Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and then just confirm. So that's it, that would be all. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to reset camera settings. So at first, open your camera app. Now enroll settings, you will find the icon in the right upper corner, scroll all the way down and mark reset. and if you truly want to go back to default camera values, just mark reset. And that's it, that would be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to close all running apps. So if you wish to close all background apps at once, all you have to do is to slide with your finger up and hold it for a while. Here you've got all apps that are currently active, and you can either use this clear all icon or here at the bottom, however you prefer. And now you will find no recent items here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to activate dial pad tones. So first of all, open the settings, then find and select sound and vibration, scroll down, and here you will notice dial pad tones. All you have to do is to mark the indicator. From now on it would be active. Obviously, whenever you want to mute it, just unmark the same indicator. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to reset mobile network settings. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select system and go to reset options. Now pick the first option here, which is reset mobile network settings. Tap on reset settings, provide your pattern or fingerprint, confirm, and that's it, that will be all. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to activate charging sounds and vibration. So first of all, enroll the settings, then find and select sound and vibration, scroll down, and here under system sounds you will notice charging sounds and vibration. Just mark the indicator, and that's it. From now on, every time you'll plug in the charger, you will be able to hear the sound. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to change voicemail notification sound. So first of all, open your phone dialer. Now enroll more options and click on settings. Now select voicemail, and here you will notice notifications. Smoothly click on it, and now pick sound. Choose the tune that you want to apply. Tap on OK, and that's it, that will be all. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to remove Google account from this device. So at first, open the settings, then find and select passwords, passkeys and accounts, and open the account that you want to get rid of. Now just click on remove account, confirm, provide your fingerprint or a pattern just to confirm that it is you and you truly want to do it. And that's it. As you can see, it is no longer connected with your account. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Morning guys, today we've got here Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to activate battery percentage and status bar. So first of all, open the settings, then find and select battery, and here you will notice battery percentage indicator. So by unmarking it, you hide the battery percentage, but once it is active, you can see the current battery level in your status bar. So basically that's it, super quick and easy operation. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Morning guys, today we've got here Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to block unknown numbers. So if you wish to block all unknown colors, just open your phone dialer, then enroll options and mark settings. Here you will notice block numbers and smoothly use this indicator to block all unknown colors. So this is it. Obviously, whenever you want to block some particular number, click here and provide the number manually by yourself. So that's it. That will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to change the date and time on this device. So at first open the settings, then find and select system, and now mark date and time. Here you need to switch off automatic date and time, and now you can smoothly pick it from the list. So at first date and then time. So this is it. Whenever you want to go back to automatic setup, just mark the stop indicator. And that will be all. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to check for software updates. So first of all, open the settings, then find and select system updates, and now mark update status. So click on check for updates if it's not working here, wait, and as you can see here you'll have the notification. So in my case, everything looks good, the system is up to date. However, if yours is not, you will be able to update it straight from this panel. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to change screen timeout. So first of all, enroll the settings, then find and select display, and here just mark screen timeout. And here you've got all the options. So as you can see, you can apply 50, 30 seconds, 1 to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even half an hour. I'll go with 10 minutes. Then use pattern or fingerprint to confirm that it is you who applied the change, and that's it. As you can see, it is set. So that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to check total screen time. So first of all, open the settings, then find and select digital well-being and parental controls. Here we've got kind of basic data. If you tap in the middle of the screen, you can get a bit more knowledge. So as you can see, you can check app by app, time spent on screen. You can check notifications received or times opened. You can also pick particular app and then check it daily or hourly. So this is it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hello everyone, today we've got here Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to check serial number assigned to this device. So first of all, open your phone dialer. Now provide secret code, which is *##06#. And now at the bottom of the list, you will find serial number. So that's the quickest option. But then you can also do it, you can also locate serial number via settings. So to do it, just enroll the settings, find and select about phone. Here go to device details, and now mark model. And as you can see, also here you've got your serial number. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to clear browsing data. So if you wish to get rid of all browsing data that you have, just enroll the browser that you are using, then tap more icon and go to delete browsing data. Now select more options, and at first mark everything that you want to remove and the time range here. So as you can see, you can remove data from 15 minutes, last hour, day, 7 days, 4 weeks, or all time. I'll go with all time, and now just mark delete data. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to clear credentials. So first of all, open the settings. Now from main settings list, so from this panel, select security and privacy, and here go to more security and privacy settings. Now locate encryption and credentials and select clear credentials. And if you truly want to do it, if you truly want to remove all licenses, all the contents, tap on OK. Draw your unlock pattern to confirm. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to change system language on this device. So at first, open the settings. Then from main settings list, select System, and here mark Language and Region. Now select System Languages and tap Add a Language. Pick the one that you want to use your device in, choose the region if there is more than one, and then slide it up to the first place. Tap on Change, and that's it. As you can see, it is already set, and you can smoothly use your phone in selected language. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to activate and use camera timer. So at first, open your camera app. Now make sure that you're in photo mode, and here you've got the timer icon. This clock icon is for setting the photo delay, so just mark it and now pick 3 or 10 seconds delay. And as you can see now, you can grab a photo with selected delay. And that's it, that will be all. Whenever you want to switch it off, just click here again and pick off icon. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Morning guys, today we've got here Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to reset app preferences. So at first, enroll the settings. Then from main settings list, select apps, and now enroll all apps that you have. Then click on more icon, which is 3 dots one in the right upper corner, and just click on reset app preferences. And if you truly want to get rid of all preferences for disabled apps, disabled app notifications, default application fractions, background data restriction for apps, or any other permission restrictions, just mark reset apps. And that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to update apps on this device. So first of all, you need to locate and open your Play Store. In my case, it's on the home screen, so it's pretty easily to locate it. Then mark your account icon, you will find it in the right upper corner, and now mark Manage Apps and Device. And here click on See Recent Updates. And now you can either update all apps at once by tapping on Update All, or you can update one particular app by tapping on Update right next to its icon, however you prefer. So this is it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can change font style. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to tap on Personalize over here. Now select Fonts. Click on the best one for you to apply it, and when you're ready, go back. So when I do that, as you can see, style of my font has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can resize icons. All you need to do is hold your display and click on Home Settings at the bottom right corner. Now select Icon Size and operate this slider to adjust them. You can check out Preview at the top. So when I do that and go back, I can see that size of my icons has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to activate Google Backup. So at first open the settings, then find and select Backup, Backup or Copy Data, and now mark Backup Data. Click on Turn On, and here if you are already logged in with your account, you can just choose the data that you wish to backup. In my case it's both photos and videos along with other device data. Obviously, if you are not logged in with your account yet, you will have to log in. So you will have to provide your email address or phone number, whichever is connected with your account, along with the password. And then the same panel will appear. Just mark Confirm. And that's it. That will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can resize font. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Display section available here. Now tap on Display Size and Text. Operate this slider under font size to adjust it, and when you're ready, go back. So when I do that, as you can see, size of my font has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to locate IMEI number assigned to this phone. So at first open your phone dialer. Now enter keypad and provide secret code. The code is *#06#. And here we've got device info with both IMEI numbers at the top of the list. As you can see, this panel also allows you to check EID number or serial number. Tap on OK to exit, and now you can also locate IMEI via settings. So just enroll the settings at first. From main settings list, select About Phone, and here go to device details. Now, a bit lower, you've got both IMEI numbers assigned to your device. So this is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can change display refresh rate. All you need to do is go into Settings and scroll a tiny bit to tap on Display. Now click on Display Refresh Rate available here and tap on the best one in order to apply it. When you finished, just go back. So when I do that, as you can see, screen refresh rate of my Motorola has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can change the food apps. All you need to do is go into Settings and tap on Apps available here. Then click on Default Apps and tap on any section you wanna manage. I want to change my browser, so I have to click here on Browser app. click on Firefox to apply it as my new default, and go back. So when I do that, as you can see, my default app has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, today we've got here Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to reset all the settings on this device. So at first, enroll the settings, then find and select System. Here go to Reset Options, and now just mark Reset Device Settings. And as you can see, this reset device restores your phone to its original settings, and if you truly want to go back to default values, just mark Reset Device Settings. Now draw your unlock pattern to confirm, and one more time, confirm is required because this operation cannot be undone, so you have to be pretty sure that you want to do it. And now just wait till it's done. As you can see, device settings reset. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off adaptive brightness. You need to begin by opening Settings and scrolling a tiny bit to access Display section available here. Now use this switcher next to Adaptive Brightness to either switch it on or turn it off. Quick tip, if you want to, you can also click on it on the left, read all of those informations and manage it from here the same way. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can rename it. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called About Phone. Now select device name and finally type in whatever you want to. In my case, Sunny. When you finished, make sure to save your changes by tapping on OK twice. So when I do that, I can see that name of my Motorola has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all your downloads. First of all, you need to open Google folder and tap on Files app. Then select Downloads. And to open any of your downloaded files, tap on it on the left. If you want to manage one, you can click on those three dots at the top right corner, or you can go back and click on three dots on the right. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can clean storage. First of all, you need to find an app called Files that's already on your Motorola. It should be in Google folder. This one. When you find it, tap on it, and then click on those three lines at the top left corner to continue. Finally, select Clean. Hit Clean under Junk Files and Clear in the pop-up. So when I do that, as you can see, storage of my device was successfully cleaned. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can delete a password from Passwords Manager. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Password, Passkeys and Accounts. Now select Open under Google. And finally, click on Google Password Manager. Now tap on any password you wanna get rid of and enter your screen lock. Then tap on Delete button and confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to perform a soft reset. So basically all you have to do is to tap on power button along with volume up button. Just tap and hold. And once you feel a smooth vibration and also see Motorola logo, you can remove both fingers from both buttons, and now just wait. And that's it. Now unlock your device and use it smoothly. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can check a password in Passwords Manager. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Passwords, Passkeys and Accounts. Then choose Open under Google and select Google Password Manager. Now click on your password you wanna check and enter your current login method. Then use this eye icon next to your password to make it visible, or if it's too long, hit Edit and check it here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can edit password in Passwords Manager. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Passwords, Passkeys and Accounts. Then select Open under Google and click on Google Password Manager. Now it's time to select any password you wanna edit and enter your screen lock. Finally, hit Edit button and make your changes. When you're done, hit Save at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all text correction options. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down to access System section available here. Now click on Keyboard, on-screen keyboard at the top, and following that, Gboard. Last but not least, click on Text Correction and manage all of those options however you want to. Quick tip, I always recommend to enable Suggestion Strip thanks to this switcher, because thanks to it, when you click on gear icon at the top of your keyboard, you will get transferred to keyboard settings right away. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off auto rotation. Begin by going into Tab menu. To do that, swipe down from the top right corner of your screen. Like that. Then look for Auto Rotate shortcut, and once you find it, click on it. As you can see, mine turned blue. That means that auto rotation is on, but you can always switch it off by tapping on the same shortcut again. If you want to, you can always go into Settings, then scroll to click on Display, and scroll again, this time to manage auto rotation thanks to this switcher. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off location. Begin by going into Tab menu. To do that, swipe down from the top right corner of your screen twice. Like that. When you see all of your shortcuts, look for Location 1, and when you find it, click on it. As you can see, mine is here, so when I click, it turns black. That means that location is disabled, but you can always enable it by tapping on the same shortcut again. If you want to, you can also go into Devices Settings, scroll to click on Location section available here, and manage it thanks to this switcher on the right. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can delete Google search bar from home screen. All you need to do is hold your search bar and wait for Remove section to show. When it does, drag your search bar on top of it and let go. As you can see, after a few seconds, my search bar was successfully deleted. If you want to restore it, you can always do that by holding your display and tapping on Widgets at the bottom left corner. Now look for Google app, and when you find it, click on it. Scroll again, hold search bar widget, place it wherever you want to, and when you're ready, let go. Then tap on your screen. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off autocorrection. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling down to tap on System available here. Now select Keyboard, On-Screen Keyboard, and finally Gboard. Then select Text Correction and scroll a tiny bit to manage this switcher next to Autocorrection. Thanks to it, you can switch it off or turn it on. Quick tip, if you decided you do want to use autocorrection, I always recommend to try this option as well, called Undo Autocorrect on Backspace. And if you won't like it, you already know where to switch it off. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, today we've got here Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to change wallpaper on this device. So at first let's open the settings, then find and select Personalize, and here locate wallpaper. Now you can pick one from the albums, so you can choose something from your own photos, set some dynamic wallpaper or something from curated images, however you prefer. Let me pick some dynamic if there is something available, but as you can see, you've got plenty of them. Let me download this one. Wakey wakey. And as you can see now, here you've got the preview. Click on Set Wallpaper if you want to cover your screen with this one, and then just decide if it's for your home screen only, just your lock screen, or both of them. I'll go with the third option. And now, as you can see, it is set on both home and lock screen. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hello everyone, today we've got here Motorola Moto G57 Power, and let me show you how to change keyboard language on this device. So first of all, open new message or any other area where you've got access to keypad. So this is the panel that we need to open. You can open new node, browser, whatever. Just make sure to open this panel. Now mark settings and go to languages. Tap on Add language. Pick the one that you want to use your device in. Let me pick, for example, this one, so you can see the change clearly. Now remove unnecessary languages, go back, and as you can see, it is already set. Then if you want to add another one, open the settings again, pick languages, mark Add Keyboard, select the one that you want to add, go back, and now you can switch between languages smoothly by tapping on this word icon here. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can apply Apple layout on this Android. Begin by opening Play Store and downloading free app called LaunchOS from Launcher Studio. Not sponsored, by the way. When your app is ready, go into Settings and tap on Apps. Then click on Default Apps and finally Home app. Now to apply Apple layout, click on Launcher Pro, hit Allow All, and wait. As you can see, after a few seconds, my launcher was successfully applied. If you wanna make any changes to it, just enter Launcher app and change whatever you want to. If you wish to go back to your default launcher, go into the same section in Settings and tap on Moto App Launcher. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can enable suggestion strip at the top of your Gboard. First of all, go into Settings and scroll down to access System available here. Now click on Keyboard, on-screen keyboard, and following that, Gboard. Finally, after selecting text correction, click on gray switcher next to suggestion strip to activate it. So when I go back to check it out, I can see that suggestion strip is now visible. If you want to access the same section in Settings in the future, all you need to do is click on gear icon at the top of your keyboard to get transferred right away. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or off app notifications. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Notifications right away. Then select App Notifications at the top. And before doing anything, hit Most Recent to pick one of those options. Sort your apps to see ones with most recent notifications, most frequent notifications, all apps on your Motorola, or only apps with notifications already disabled. Wherever you decided when you finished, use green switchers next to your apps to block notifications from them, or gray ones to switch them back on. Quick tip, you can also click on any app on the left, and this way not only block or unblock notifications, but also check out all of those options only for chosen app. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can clone apps. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Apps over here. Now choose Cloned Apps, and to clone any of the available ones, tap on the chosen one and hit Create. Then go back and wait for it to be cloned. You can also tap on this plus next to an app you wanna clone and wait as well. Either way, once you finish, go back to check if your apps were successfully cloned. To delete any of those clones, you can always go back to the same section in Settings and either click on your app to hit Delete, then confirm your choice in the pop-up, or use this pin next to it right away and confirm your choice as well. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can add photos to text message. Begin by launching Messages app and selecting or creating a chat. Wherever you decided when you're ready to take a photo and add it within the Messages app, use this icon of a photo at the bottom right corner. Then operate camera section available here. Snap a picture, and after that it will be automatically added to your message. All you need to do now is send it. If you wish to pick already existing photo, click on the same icon and tap on it here. If you can't find it, scroll down and look for it using all of those searching options. After tapping on all of your photos you wanna send, hit done at the bottom right corner and then send them. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can check all specifications of this Motorola. You need to begin by opening Play Store to download free app from Flirt Developer, code DevCheck device and system info. This one. When your app is ready, launch it. Not sponsored by the way. And read all of those informations about your dashboard, hardware, system, battery, network, apps, camera, and sensors. Quick tip: when you go into dashboard, make sure to click on all of those little windows. This way you will not only get all of those informations, but also by tapping on settings at the bottom right corner of each pop-up, you will get transferred to this section in your device's settings. You can also do that by clicking on gear icons at the top right corners, for example here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can open apps in split screen view. Begin by launching two apps you wanna use in this view in the background. So tap on the first one, select Home button, tap on the second one, and click on Square button. With both of them opened, click on the icon of an app you wanna use at the top half of your screen. Let's go with Chrome. When I click on this icon, I will be able to access Chrome pop-up. Now to continue, select Split Screen and click on the second app to operate in both at once. To go back from this mode, you can either hold this line in the middle and drag it all the way up or all the way down, then click on Home button to close the remaining app, or you can go back into background apps and swipe both of them. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can select and delete multiple photos at once. First of all, you need to open Photos app and decide if you want to delete your photos from Photos or Collections sections. Let's start with Photos. Hold one you wanna get rid of and pick multiple thanks to those icons at the top right corners. Now to keep some of them, tap on the chosen ones, and to get rid of the rest, use the Delete button at the bottom. Then confirm your choice in the pop-ups. As you can see, after a few seconds, my photos were successfully deleted. Quick tip, never pick more than 100 because that's a limit of selecting photos to get rid of. If you will select more, this app won't allow you to delete them. If you want to get rid of photos from collections, just pick a folder, hold one, and use the same button at the top right corner. The only difference is, this time the bin one is at the top. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can clone apps. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on Apps. Now to access App Cloner, scroll again, this time to click on Cloned Apps, and tap on plus icon next to one of the available ones you wanna clone, like WhatsApp. You can also clone an app by clicking on it on the left and tapping on Create. Either way, when you're ready, go back and check if your apps were successfully cloned. If you wish to delete any of those clones, you can either uninstall it like you would any other app, or you can go back to the same section in Settings and tap on bin icon available next to your clone. Then confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can change sleep time to never. Begin by opening Play Store and downloading free app called Caffeine Keep Screen On from this developer. Not sponsored, by the way. When your app is ready, launch it. Hit OK in Welcome pop-up, and then select Timeout to make sure Infinite is on, and check out all the other options for the future. When you're ready, it's time to set it up. To do that, go into Tab menu by swiping down from the top right corner of your screen. And after accessing your shortcuts, edit them thanks to this pen at the bottom right corner. Now scroll all the way down to access Caffeine shortcut, hold it, and drag it to your currently used ones. You can place it wherever you want to. Then go back and click on it. As you can see, mine turned blue, which means that Infinite Sleep Time is on. To switch it off, tap on the same shortcut until it's black. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can apply animated live wallpaper called Magic Fluids. You need to start by opening Play Store and downloading free app called Magic Fluids Light Fluid Sim from Mad Scientist. When it's ready, launch it, and to mute the music, click at the bottom left corner. Then select Consent. And finally, use this gear at the top left corner to manage all of those options. Check out preview at the top and adjust your wallpaper however you wish to. Then click at the top right corner and bottom right corner. Click on Set as Slave Wallpaper. Hit Yes. Tap on Set Wallpaper and decide where you wanna apply it. Then go back and enjoy your animated wallpaper right away. If you want to make any changes, you can always go back to the same app and try something different, like one of those presets. Then apply it the same way. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it to printer. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Connected Devices right away. Now choose Connection Preferences. Select Printing available here, and then tap on Default Print Service or select Add Service. Don't worry, they all turn on the same way, so if you wish to download any other one, just do it and enable it by clicking on it here. Then tapping on this switcher. Your device is now looking for a printer, and when it finds one, it will connect to it. If you still can't connect, you can always enable Print Service and wait for 3 dots to appear at the top right corner. Click on them, choose Add Printer, and if your printer supports Wi-Fi direct printing, use gray switcher here. Then tap on Allow, click on Find Wi-Fi direct printers, and wait for your smartphone to look for yours. You can also tap Add Printer by IP address, import it here and select Add to add it manually. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can change and customize your keyboard theme. Begin by launching your keyboard and clicking on this icon of a color palette at the top of it. Then scroll and make sure to click on all of those icons at the top right corners of those sections, like colors. This way you will see all available themes. When you find the best one for you, tap on it. Manage key borders thanks to this switcher, and then hit Apply at the bottom right corner. So when I do that, as you can see, theme of my keyboard has changed. To customize it though, go back to the same section in Settings, and this time use plus icon under My Themes. Then select a photo you wanna apply as your new keyboard's background. Pinch it to scale, drag it to move, and select Next. Adjust the brightness by swiping left or right. Hit Done. Manage key borders and tap on Apply. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I'll show you how you can insert SIM and SD card into this device. Now, before you get started, you will want to grab a SIM ejector, which will look something similar to this, though usually doesn't look as fancy. So you'd be probably looking for a crappy looking one like this one. It's a piece of metal. So if you can't find it, you could use something like a paper clip, straighten one of the ends, and if it has that plastic wrap, you can cut that off, and it should work just as well as the actual tool designed for this. Now, once you have either one of those, you can pop out the tray, which we do need to take off case first. So let's do that. And the tray is located on the top left side of the device, right over here. So grab the pin, push it in, and you will see that the tray pops out enough for you to pull it out. And it looks like I actually lied to you. There is no SD tray, unfortunately. So we only have a single SIM card tray, and the other spot is just literally filled out, so you can't even place anything on it. So we're limited just to a single SIM card right here. Now I want to place the card on the tray and then insert it into the device carefully, as there's nothing holding this card in place. So sometimes it might come out of its tray and start wedging itself in there if you're trying to push it in. But once you insert the card, as you can see, it automatically starts working. So I do need to confirm my SIM card pin, and this will unlock it. And that's it. So there we go. Now, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can change this device's theme. First of all, just hold your display and wait for this pop-up to show. When it does, tap on the best theme for you and confirm your choice in the pop-up. So when I do that, as you can see, theme of my Motorola has changed. If you want to customize it, go into Settings, scroll to tap on Personalize, select Themes, and then click on this plus icon at the top right corner. Then adjust your theme however you want to. Pick a wallpaper, font style, color, and icon shape. Then name it at the top and hit save. Your theme will be automatically applied. If you want to make any changes to it, you can tap on this pen at the top right corner and change whatever you want to. If you wish to delete one of your custom themes, apply any other one. And then use this bin also at the top right corner. Last but not least, confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can add emergency number. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling down to tap on this section called Safety and Emergency. Then click on Emergency Contacts. Select Add Contact and click on the one you wanna set up. Then do exactly the same with all the other ones you need. Before exiting those options, make sure to tap on Change Settings at the bottom and check if the switcher next to Show when locked is enabled. Without it, your emergency contacts won't be accessible from locked screen. Go back, and to edit your list, use those three dots next to any contact. This way, you can move it up, you can move it down, or remove it altogether from the list. So now let's go back and check out if it worked. When I switch off my screen, and turn it back on, I need to click on Emergency Call at the bottom. Then hold this icon and swipe it to the right. And now, as you can see, my emergency contacts were successfully added. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use voice typing. Begin by launching your keyboard and tapping on the microphone icon at the top right corner. If you don't have one, click on this gear. Select voice typing from keyboard settings and enable voice typing by clicking on this switcher. Now it's time to go back to your keyboard and click on No Visible Microphone. If you never used it before, select while using the app in the pop-up and start typing. As you can see, voice typing is on. If you wanna stop, you can pause or use the same microphone. Quick tip, tap on your microphone and then select tiny icon right next to it. Now select Next. Tap on Done and enjoy using voice typing from this toolbar. To move it around, hold it and drag it. To delete anything, click on this icon with an X. To access some available options, click on this icon on the left. And to go back to standard keyboard, click on keyboard icon. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can set up screen lock. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Security and Privacy. Now scroll again, this time to tap on Device Unlock. And finally, Screen Lock. Now it's time to decide which login method you wanna apply: pattern, PIN, or password. Create it here, and if you made a mistake, hit clear at the bottom left corner in order to redo it. When you're ready, hit Next at the bottom right one and repeat it to confirm it. Then select Confirm. Now select Done at the bottom and decide what you wanna do with your lock screen notifications, but by answering this question: what do you want your lock screen to show? Apply any of those options. Show all notifications on the lock screen. Show sensitive content only when unlocked. Or don't show notifications at all. Whatever you decided, when you're ready, hit Done. So now, when I switch off my screen and turn it back on, icons that pattern is required. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can set up app lock. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Apps right away. Then scroll to click on App Lock and pick one of those login methods: pattern, pin, or password. Then create your login method you will only use to unlock your apps. If you made a mistake, don't worry, just hit clear at the bottom left corner and input it correctly. When you're sure of your app lock login method, hit next and repeat it to confirm it. Then click on confirm. Now to log any app, use gray switcher right next to it. So when I go back to open it, I can see that app lock is required. To disable app lock from any app, go into the same section in settings, click on locked apps, and use blue switcher. When it's gray, that means that your app is no longer locked. If you want to manage app lock some more, click on this gear next to unlock method and check out all of those options. You can also disable it completely by tapping on Reset App Lock, confirming your choice in the pop-up, and going back. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use keyboard clipboard. First of all, you need to launch your keyboard and click on clipboard at the top of it. Then use this switcher at the top right corner to activate it, and go back thanks to this arrow at the top left one. Now to use clipboard, copy or cut any text. To paste it instantly, click on it at the top of your keyboard. To paste it later on, click on clipboard. If you can't see it here, like I can just now, tap on this icon at the top left corner and then click on it. Now, to paste anything from clipboard, just tap on it. If you want to paste it after an hour though, you need to pin it or it will disappear. To do that, just hold it and click on pin icon. You can unpin it the same way. To delete anything from clipboard, swipe it to the right, swipe it to the left, or hold it and click on delete. You can also pin and delete anything from clipboard by tapping on this pen at the top right corner, selecting whatever you wish to, and managing those two options. To disable clipboard completely, use the same switcher as before. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use one-handed mode. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Gestures. Now tap on one-handed mode, and if you are using Tricky's navigation, this option won't be accessible. Just wait a bit, I will show you how to use one-handed mode regardless. If you are using gesture though, use this switcher to activate one-handed mode. Click on Pull Screen into Reach and follow those instructions. So I have to swipe down from the bottom of my screen. When I do that, one-handed mode is working properly. To go back, swipe up or click on this section at the top. To disable it completely, use the same now green switcher. If you are using Tricky's navigation though, I will switch mine to show you. can't use this option, but you can scroll down to use this one instead, one-handed mode shortcut. Activate it, choose OK, and use one-handed mode thanks to this shortcut. You can even hold it and move it around. If you want to, you can always click on one-handed mode shortcut on the left and pick one of those methods instead by clicking on the best one for you. To disable it completely, tap on the same switcher until it's gray. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can add a password to Passwords Manager. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Passwords, Passkeys and Accounts. Then select Open under Google and choose Google Password Manager. Now you can tap on Add Password at the top to add it instantly. If you can't see this option though, that means that you never added a password before and you need at least one to add all the other ones manually. To fix it, hit Settings at the bottom right corner. Make sure Offer to Save Passwords is on and log in into any app or any website that requires an account, like Facebook. Input all of those informations here. And then wait for the pop-up. When it shows, hit Save at the bottom right corner and then go back to the same section in Settings. Your password will appear here, and then you can tap on Add Password to add any other one. At the top, input any website or click Select App and click on the chosen one. Then enter your username, email or phone number, password, and even take some helpful notes. When you're ready, hit Save at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I would like to show you how you can add audio or video file to text message. Begin by opening Messages app and selecting or creating a chat. Wherever you decided when you're ready to create an audio file and add it within Messages app, use this button at the bottom right corner. Now start recording your message by clicking on this microphone. If you want to redo it, hit Restart on the left. If you want to listen to it here, you can tap on the red button and tap on Play One, then attach it thanks to bottom right one. Or you can finish it by clicking on Attach instantly and listen to it here. Wherever you decided when you're done, just send your file. If you want to add already existing one, use this plus at the bottom left corner. Select Files and to look for yours by tapping on Audio at the top, selecting one of those apps or clicking on those three lines at the top left corner to pick one of those sources. Either way, when you find your file, just tap on it to attach it. Now, if you want to create a video and send it instantly, click on this icon of a photo at the bottom right corner. Then use camera portion at the top. Record your video, and once you're done, it will be automatically attached. To pick already existing one, click on the same icon. Tap on it here, or if you can't find it, scroll down to look for it, using all of those options. They should appear at the top, but sometimes it glitches, so let's try again. Hop. Those, photos, collections, or search bar. After locating all of your videos, click on them to add them, and then select Done at the bottom right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I will show you how we can capture a screenshot on this phone. So, to get started, you will want to open up content that you wish to capture, and I'll be using home screen as an example for this. So home screen is already visible on my display, and all you need to do to capture that screenshot is hold the power button and volume down. You get the pop-up with a couple options like share, or edit, share, and delete, and I have no clue what this one is. And after a moment, this does disappear on its own. Now, here we can see I captured the screenshot without much of a problem, but I do want to mention sometimes you will encounter content that you just cannot capture. And in this case, you typically just get a pop-up that you can't take a screenshot of it. And to explain what will be happening and why this is why this is happening, this is basically a Google's privacy kind of feature that tries to protect the privacy and security of the user of the device. Now, to give you an example where this is kind of used in a correct way for you, it would be something like the bank application. Imagine that you have some kind of malware that would use screenshots as an example to try to see when you're typing in PIN to constantly capture those screenshots and send it to themselves so they know how to access your bank. Now, you can imagine how basically damaging to security that would be of your bank. So, obviously, it's blocked. And when that kind of malware would try to capture a screenshot, either it's just going to fail to do so, or it's going to get a black screen. That's usually also what happens when try to do a screen recording. So that's great. Now, when it's being used for more nefarious kind of reasons, this kind of feature is with most streaming platforms like Spotify, Netflix, Hulu, and other garbage like this. Now, I'm pointing that out just because I find it to be absolutely disgusting that an application that I have never given any permission of existence on my device, that usually comes pre-installed on these devices, has the ability to mess around how my device works and what it can do without ever even asking for permission. Now, you, as a user, should be in your right to capture a screenshot in any application, no matter if you what the case is. If it's a goddamn Netflix or not, you should not be limited by it. And if you are, this should have been up to you. Now, for bank, I understand this probably would be better left kind of turned off right away, but doesn't ask you for permission, as you still can get whatever you would be looking from bank as a confirmation of payment. You can always download these. Banks offer that. But for instance, for Netflix, maybe you want to capture a screenshot of a show that you're watching, some, I don't know, clip of it, right? You should be able to do so. You pay for the damn service, but you can't. So for that purpose, I'm going to be showing you where you can do that and completely flip off Netflix for this bullshit, because I never agreed to this. I don't even own Netflix account. So I find it that application like that should have no control over my device and stop me from doing anything I want. Maybe I want to capture that goddamn login page of Netflix, which I am well in my right to do so. So in any case, once you capture any kind of screenshot that you actually managed to capture, you can find it by going into your Photos application. And in Photos, the best way to find your screenshot would be to navigate to Collections. And in Collections at the bottom, you will find Screenshot Album. So when I click on that, and in here, you'll find only screenshots and nothing else, making it super easy to find just whatever screenshot you'll be looking for. And there you go. There it is. Now, for the thing that I mentioned, if you want to capture content that is being blacked right now by BS application, you can, for instance, when it comes to Netflix or any kind of streaming app for shows, movies, you can navigate to pstream.mov. Now, this doesn't work perfectly. You do kind of should probably get a plugin that it will ask you to get for it to work better, as sometimes it just struggles to find a repository which would load the goddamn content. But with the plugin, it seems to be working much better. But again, I have no clue what this plugin actually does, so keep that in mind. I am not like vouching for this app. I've used it myself, checked it out, but like I have no clue how well or secure it works. And for things like maybe music or music applications, you can obviously use YouTube. You can capture screenshots in there, no problem. For Spotify, you can download Revanced, which offers a cracked version of Spotify, which removes this BS from it. So that's another option. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen, like so. Now do that once more, and this will extend the list of visible toggles. In here, look for the Do Not Disturb mode, which should be somewhere. Oh, there we go. So it's not labeled as Do Not Disturb mode actually, it's labeled as modes. So from here, you can click on this arrow and choose between a couple different modes. So we have Do Not Disturb mode, bedtime, and driving. Now we can also navigate into the settings, and I'm going to click on the Do Not Disturb mode right here so I can customize it. So in here, you can choose people. So you can specify who will be able to message you. And in the messaging section, you can actually select multiple fields at the same time. And we have Starred Contacts, which is just a name for favorite contacts. Contacts as in all. Priority, which you would have to specify, which you can do for each one of them. Anyone, so basically everyone, and no one. And Calls has the same options, minus the fact that you can select multiple options at the same time. You can only do one. We have favorites, contacts, anyone, and no one. And on top of that, you do have the toggle right here at the bottom for allowing repeated calls. So if someone calls you twice within a 15-minute period, no matter what you selected right here, as an example, none, they will bypass this option altogether, as long as they meet that requirement. So it's a good option to have in case of emergencies. Usually people will spam call you, and if they don't fall under this category right here, obviously they wouldn't be able to, whatever you have selected here, they wouldn't be able to reach you. But with this toggle, if they do call twice, which usually imply emergency, they will basically bypass it. Now going back, we also have apps, so you can select excluded apps that wouldn't be affected by this mode, which would mean that they would still be able to send you notifications. Next we have alarms and other interruptions, which you can specify. And then below that we have display settings, so this just specifies how the notifications and other things will be shown on your display. And if you have dark mode or things like that. And duration for quick settings. Now this one is actually one of the nicer ones. So in here, you can specify what will happen when you manually toggle this mode on, as you do have the option to set it up as a schedule as well. So in here, we can choose to either have it run permanently till you turn it off, which is the default option. Next, we have the specified time. So if I select the time right here, whatever I choose it to, every time I tap on this toggle from now on manually, it will run for the specified amount of hours. Now, I personally like this option, and I like to set it up to a time that would cover whatever needs I might have now and in the future, and just a little bit of time extra than I would ever need. And when I forget about it, this mode will obviously, or the setting will turn it do not disturb mode for me. So I don't need to worry about it running indefinitely. And last option in here is basically going to give me the two first options every time I try to turn it on. That's a little bit annoying, so I do like the timer. And for schedule purposes, if you want to set that up, you would go back and you'd create your own mode. So you can select whatever name and whatever icon you want, and then add a schedule and set it up in here. Other than that, all the other options you can also customize in here and set it up the way you want to. These are the same that we had just for the do not disturb mode. And from there, once you have that enabled, let's just create one schedule. There we go. Create a schedule. It will be enabled right here. And if you don't want to use it, you can just toggle it off, like so. Once you have this enabled, like it is right now, it will automatically turn the toggle on at the specified day of the week, which is Monday through Sunday, at 9:30 till 5 p.m. So I don't need to do anything. The device will do everything for me. But for the people that want to use this manually, once everything is set up, find the toggle, and in here, you can tap on the do not disturb mode, and it's going to turn itself on and run right here for me for the 4 hours. That's why it's telling me the timer that is going to be until 10:19 p.m. As right now it's 6:19. If you don't have that timer that I set up for 4 hours, you won't have this until option. It's just going to be on, and you will need to remember to go back in here again to turn it off. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I will show you how you can enable power saving mode on this device. So to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen, like so, and then do it once more to extend the list of visible toggles. On one of the pages of the toggles, you should have power saving mode visible. For me, it is on the third page right over here, battery saver. Now, if you can't find it on any of the pages, you will be able to definitely add it. And you can add it by clicking right here on this pencil, and then scroll down. At a certain point, you will find, oh, there we go, this text. Hold and drag to add tiles. So anything below this text are tiles that you can add. So let's just say I want to add extra dim. You would first hold it. The text above will change, and when it does, you can then drag it to the top, drop it, go back, and you should have access to it on one of the pages. So now that you have added your power saving mode, you can now click on it. It brings up this option, so select a battery saver mode. So you have standard battery saver and maximum battery saver. So optimize the system to save battery. This is the normal one, normal power saving mode, while maximum basically restricts system functions to save the most battery. Now this option might be viable, assuming I'm guessing that it does actually save a decent amount of battery, when you're in a pinch and you won't be able to charge your phone for hours at a time. But for most people, probably the normal one will be good enough. So when you tap on it, it will turn on dark mode, I believe. Yep, it does. And sometimes it reduces refresh rate. It screws up with how your notifications are being delivered to you as your device disconnects from Wi-Fi and mobile data when you're not using the device. And there are two options: either it just reconnects to it every so often to check if it's missing notifications, or it doesn't do so. Now, in this little pop-up, there was no mention which option it does do, so something to keep in mind. And it's just going to be a subtle kind of battery saving mode that you can enable and have running almost permanently. But the other one in here, let's find it. So I'm going to turn that off and gonna again turn it on. Oh, okay, so it now turns on the selected mode. So to get to the other one, we're actually going to hold it. There we go. So you can see here we have the other one. So I'm going to click on it now, and yes, we're going to enable this. And you can see it removes things like wallpapers, gets rid of the applications. I can unpause them if I want to, but by default, almost every application other than the default ones like settings, dialer, messages, clock, and store seem to be running. Anything else is suspended, so it no longer tries to use the internet to even check for notifications. Your screen on timer is reduced. Widgets, well, this is a widget right here, also are turned off. So this mode is designed to prioritize battery life and literally nothing else. Let's find this toggle again. I'm going to turn it off. And unfortunately in here, it doesn't really mention anything about what it does to save battery and also how much battery it saves, which usually is a very crucial part of knowing which mode to choose. So I will recommend checking out how much your battery drops when you're using the device. So enable this mode, I don't know, 1 day, and see how long your battery will last, and then try the other one and also no mode at all, and just you can literally navigate to, or you should be to, navigate to settings and battery in here, and you will be able to see, for instance, when was your last time charged, battery usage. Let's see, battery usage. So here you can see we have a bit more info about it. So 24/14 last charged to 100%, or when it was. So this will get you a good insight into how you're using your device, what application consumed energy, and probably the best thing you will just look is going to be something like Android, or if there is one here. Nope, it looks like there isn't one. Great. So you might want to maybe not use your phone for like 1 day, apart from maybe just like, general usage. But as long as you skip things like YouTube and so on, you can see how battery degrades, how fast, and this would get you a good insight in how good either one of these power saving modes is. And the reason I'm kind of elaborating this is because some devices, things like Oppo, Vivo, OnePlus, and Realme, I will just name and shame right here, have the also equivalent of the maximum battery saver, but when the device has about 30 hours of battery life, normally the normal battery saver gets them 32, the maximum gets them 34. So you basically extended your battery by like whopping 2 extra hours from power saving mode, which is just absolutely ridiculous, ridiculously low amount. When other devices like Xiaomi go from 30 to 50 to 130 hours. Now that is a good maximum battery saver mode that will get you. And like I said, these devices that I mentioned right now do actually tell you what the battery life will be, though it's not perfect, as it just kind of tries to estimate. So anyway, for the normal power saving mode, as you also seen, when you're tapping on it, you can turn it on, and tapping on it again will turn it off. And last thing to keep in mind, the last mode that you have enabled will be also the mode that you're going to enable again, which right now the last one I used was the maximum one. So when I tap on battery saver, maximum is enabled again. So anyway, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G57 Pro, and today I will show you how you can import contacts from your SIM card to the device. So, to get started, you will want to navigate to your Contacts application, a standalone version of it, like this one right over here. Now, when you open it up for the first time, Google will bring up this BS pop-up, allow contacts to send you notifications. No, we don't want that. This actually refers not to the contacts themselves that you might add it. This refers to the application Now, there is no reason why application should ever give you contacts, like why the application should ever give you notifications. That's what I meant to say. Because what the notification would be, congratulations, you have imported a contact. And that would be a notification, not like a pop-up in it when you're doing it. So yeah, it's just absolutely stupid. We're not going to be allowing any kind of notifications, as there's no reason for this application to ever send you any. Next, we're going to navigate to Organize. And in here, you want to scroll down and you will find an option called Manage SIM. Now, I will be approaching this from a privacy standpoint, but I'll kind of be talking about both sides. So when selecting the Manage SIM, the device will automatically select the only option visible, because Google is a scummy piece of shit that is literally trying to circumvent consent right here and just yoink everyone's personal information without those people's consent. Because by default selecting that they're going to be uploading it to device and Google, whatever contacts you're uploading to Google basically means that whoever these contacts belong to, Google now has access to. Now, if that seems like a little bit of a corporate overreach of power and just stealing of information, you'd probably be correct. And I absolutely condemn this bullshit, especially when the other option is hidden away under More Options. Now, take a guess how much space, when I click on that More Options, how many more options will appear? Because it sure shit should be more than whatever we have right here for this option to be fucking hidden away. This is like another 2/3 of the screen being available for this piece of shit. Oh wow, would you look at that? It throws it by like literally a line. Fuck you. Fuck you, Google. So, the second option that is hidden away for Google's cunt purposes is the one that basically doesn't give them access to this data. That's the one that we're going to be selecting right here, because there's no reason why Google should be getting this data, especially for free. These cunts never offer you to get you any kind of discounts, don't really give you any benefits from selling this data, and your data or anyone else's, so you sure as shit shouldn't be giving it out for free. They can pay for it, like everyone else does to them. So, once you selected either one of these options, because by all means, you can select Google if you want to. I myself find it to be a bit annoying that me as a person importing someone else's information, I can give their information away. And I'll go into that a little bit more in depth on how much information that could potentially be. But anyway, let's first start off with the import right here. So you will probably see all your contacts being selected right here. This is a kind of like a change that happened right now because of the options. So now with the device and Google, usually when you have your contacts on one location but not the other, you can still import them the second time. If I select device only right here and import it, which I can also deselect contacts that I don't want, I would select import. And going back in here to import again, you can see now that I actually can't import them at all from the device and Google, but if I go to the device only, I can import one contact because that was the one that I deselected, so it wasn't imported. Typically, you would have your contacts in one place, not the other, so all these will be checked for you and you can import them, and only if they exist in the location that you're trying to import to, or both locations, if we're talking about this, then they become deselected like so. Now, when it comes down to these contacts after you imported them, you'll be able to see them in the list. Now, the application itself only shows you one copy of the contacts. Even though they exist right now on the Google and on the device, there is only one contact in the list right here. I can also choose where to display these contacts from. So I have all contacts, Google, or device. Now, quickly seeing, we don't have contacts that are on the SIM card as an option here for some reason, which is a little bit odd. But to mention this, usually contacts that are on your SIM card will only have two options to be edited, which is the name of the contact and the number of it. You don't have any other fields. Now in here, if we go to our contacts that are on our device or also on a Google account, if I go into it and select edit, Actually shows me that I can edit it on both because it does exist in both locations. But don't worry, this is, I'm not being a hypocrite. This is just like my number. So the number of the SIM card, which not even, it's not really a viable SIM number. But anyway, we're going to select one of these options. And here we can now see how many options we can add to that contact. When imported to the cloud, this is all the information that Google would be getting for free without the consent of other person or even needing it. So we have things like photos. We have the cover, the contact photo. We have the entire cover photo when someone is calling you on a full screen. We have first name, last name, company name, phone number, multiple numbers that you can add, by the way. We have labels, notes, email, birthday, address, where they live, other, and under other we have middle name, some prefix, suffix, nickname, job titles, and so on. This is a lot of information that Google can use to monetize someone's basically personal information, sell it out, create a better profile of theirs that they have internally for advertisements and so on. And obviously, whoever this contact would belong to might have never wanted this. I don't want my information to be widely available to Google for free or ever. So that's why I do recommend doing it to the device. Now, for people that want to move these contacts around and they benefit from the cloud and this kind of idea that you import them to the cloud so they appear on every device on the same account, you could alternatively just create on one device a VCF file. I think that's the file name for it. And this is just basically a backup of your contacts list, including everything that is listed in here. And from there, you can move it on like a SD card or anything else to another device and click on it, and it automatically shows up as an import option. So you can import it from that file, and off you go. You can now move this file around. You can have a save backup of it, and it's pretty seamless and easy to do. So you don't need to rely on the cloud. And one last thing that I do want to point out, which didn't happen here. Sometimes when you import your contacts, I noticed that you get a pop-up from the contacts application to clear up storage on your SIM card by deleting the imported contacts. Now, there is no reason for you to do so. These contacts are there as a backup of your contacts in case something would happen, like Google servers would go down and you would lose access to your contacts. So the application asking you to delete them is an absolutely moronic kind of thing. The storage on your SIM card is there only for storing SIM contacts. It doesn't store anything else, so there's no reason for you to clear out. Like, cool, I'm going to delete these contacts for no reason. To clear storage for what exactly? What else can I store there? What would be the potential benefit of me getting rid of this backup of contacts? So with that in mind, you don't want to obviously delete them, select keep, and at that point you have at least a copy of your contacts physically stored on your SIM, which is pretty good. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I'll show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, to get started, you will want to open up your settings application, and in here scroll all the way to the bottom to, actually not to the bottom, to system. So kind of close to the bottom. Now before we get to resetting your device, I will want to touch upon backing it up. So because this process removes all your data, it's pretty important that whatever personal data you keep on here that is just being stored on this device is backed up. Now, if you're not interested in backing up any of your data, by all means, skip forward. But for people that are, you can do so through a couple different methods. Here we have backup option, but this one will be going through, there we go, Google. This is a very limited backup. I genuinely don't recommend this unless it's your last resort, last option, and you don't have any other potential possibilities to do anything else. And even so, you might still need to create additional backups on top of this backup of some of the data just because Google is limited. So when it comes down to it, it actually tells you what it will back up. So other device data, we have contacts, call history, device settings, apps, and app data, SMS messages, MMS messages, and SIMs. Now, SIM, it actually refers to eSIM if the phone supports eSIM, which I don't think this one does. So that's it. Now, when it comes on to the above option, photos and videos, automatically back up your Google Photos to so that you can view, share, and search. Now, there is a limitation to this. It's a very heavy one that it's kind of odd that it didn't mention, but your Google Drive, which stores these photos, is limited to, at this moment, 15 gigabytes. Now, if you have more than 15 gigabytes of photos and videos combined, then Google will upload up to 15 gigabytes. Everything above that, they're just ignoring. So as a backup, it's absolutely atrocious because it's not actually backing up everything. And on top of that, what it is backing up, it most likely will be fed to Google's AI machine. Gemini needs to learn from everything that it possibly can hoover up, and your photos are free game considering you uploaded them to Google. So I genuinely hate this just because privacy-wise, I don't want my photos to be available to Gemini to learn from. And additionally, the limitation of 15 gigabytes only is a pretty stupid one as a backup. So yeah, and there's also another thing that it will back up in a way, which is your applications. Actually, it doesn't mention that it's apps right here, apps and app data. Now, app data, I'm pretty damn sure it's going to be ignored. That is not in the things that Google is backing up. They don't give two shits about it. App data is responsible for how the application is set up. So if you have an app that allows you to change from light to dark mode in it, that's app data. Your phone keeps it as long as it's on the device. Once you delete the application, it also deletes app data. And when you reinstall that app, it usually, you would have to set that up again back into dark mode. So that's basically what app data is, and certain processes allow you to basically back that up. So the idea of applications staying in dark mode basically gets also backed up, and you don't need to change it when you get the app on different device or when you restore it. I'm pretty sure that's not the case for Google, so this is kind of a lie. Another thing, apps. The way Google actually just backs up apps, it's actually not backing them up at all. So the apps that it deals with are ones that came from Google Play Store. If an app originated outside of Play Store, Google basically closes their eyes and pretends that it doesn't exist with an idea of not my circus, not my monkeys. And this gets even more retarded when you consider that even when there is application is from them and it's their circus and their monkeys, if Google or the developer of said app decides to remove that application for whatever purpose, that backup basically goes to shit, because you can't restore this application anymore because Google doesn't back up the applications. They're just pulling them freshly from Play Store automatically. So you don't actually need to open it up. The phone does it automatically for you. And it downloads it from Play Store. But if the application no longer exists in Play Store, well, you have nowhere to download this application from then. So again, as a backup, it's absolutely shit. Now, most devices have other means of backing up your phone or migrating it, which I don't think we do have any kind of way right here. I'm actually going to quickly check just to be certain, as I have no idea what they're naming it here, if it exists. Okay, so I checked it out. It seems like there is one called Moto Migrate that you can download on the App Store. I've never used it, never tried it myself, so I don't know how well it works, but it's there for you to try out. Now, I do want to be upfront with this one. These kind of applications will only allow you to usually migrate your device, and this is kind of what I was going to get to. So if you're resetting this device because you get a new one, you can obviously migrate your data to the new device. Now, this application will be usable for you if you're migrating to another newer, for instance, or older, whatever you want, Motorola device. If said device is not from Motorola, you would need to use whatever application the new phone has. And to give you a little bit of an example, for instance, Huawei uses a phone clone. OnePlus, Oppo, Realme, and Vivo, all four of them use the same one called Clone Phone, so the other way around. Things like Xiaomi uses Mi Mover, Samsung uses Smart Switch. So each one of these brands has their own version of it, and whatever brand of the device you will have, that application is already pre-installed on that phone. And what you would need to do is download that said application on Play Store on this device, and then connect these two phones and migrate everything. And that migration will be much better in terms of basically getting your data from one place to another, as it doesn't care how many gigabytes of photos you have, that it exceeded a pathetic 15 gigabyte limit, or that application isn't from Play Store, or whatever other limitations you might have. It just allows you to select every single shred of information and move it from one place to another, as long as the device has enough storage on it to do this. So now, with that being said, let's move on to actual reset. So we're going to go back to the system right here, and we're going to select Reset Options. And from here, you want to select Erase All Data, Factory Reset at the bottom. Give it a moment. This will present you with a list of data that will be removed, which shouldn't really matter, as our device should be now backed up. The mention of your Google account being erased, don't worry, this is just removing it from the phone itself, not just like generally. Now, if you have some kind of screen lock, you do need to confirm it right here. I do have a pattern, so let me draw it. And once you do confirm your pattern or PIN, password, whatever you have, you get taken to the second page. If you don't have a screen lock of any sorts, it automatically goes to this page. And here just tells us again that all data will be deleted and this cannot be undone, which our phone should be backed up. So let's move on by selecting Erase All Data, and this will now begin resetting the device. Now, while it's resetting, I'm going to pop out the SIM so it doesn't show up later on, as I do have a pin on it, so I don't want that to show up on the recording. But anyway, your device will now begin resetting, and this will take, I presume, 2 minutes or so, give or take. Once it's finished, we will be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished, and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G57 Pro, and today I'll show you how you can enable and set up your portable hotspot. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen like so, and then do it once more to extend the list of visible toggles. Now, on one of the pages, as we do have multiple, you should be able to find the hotspot toggle. Oh, there we go, it's for me right over here. Now, if you can't see it on any of the pages, you can add it by clicking right here on this pencil, and then scrolling down. Somewhere closer to the bottom, you'll find this text. Hold and drag to add a tile. So anything below this text are toggles that you can add additionally to that list. So let's say I want to add dark theme. I would hold it and the text above will change. When it changes, I can now drag it to the top, drop it, and go back. And this toggle will be available to me on one of the pages. So once you've added your hotspot toggle, you can then hold it. And from here, well, by holding it, number one, I would want to mention we're navigating to the settings. And the reason for that is because under settings, you will find your hotspot password, which is randomly generated. So from here, we're going to navigate to the hotspot password, which then gets revealed, and we're just going to straight up get rid of it. The reason for that is it's a bad password, not one that you would ever want to type. So once you get rid of it, you can then set up your own new password. It will need to have at least 8 characters in length. That can be letters or numbers. It's up to you. I selected strictly numbers because it's just easy to remember, and that's just what I prefer. And from there, you can click on OK to save it. Now we have additional options in here, which I'm going to go over. So if you're not interested in figuring this out, or if you already know what these are, feel free to skip forward. But for people that don't, I'm going to touch upon some of them. So number one, hotspot name is just going to be the Wi-Fi name in the Wi-Fi list when you're trying to search for it. And usually it's just the name of the device, but you can change it if you want to. Security, I would recommend keeping it as it is. This just ensures that your hotspot does actually have a password, meaning that not everyone can connect to it, but only the people that know the password, aka you. Next, compatibility and speed. We have 2 options, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Now you can only use one at a time. And this option, for the most part, I will recommend keeping it at 2.4 for just kind of convenience purposes and the lack of benefits of the 5 gigahertz. Now, don't get me wrong, 5 gigahertz, if you don't know, is generally better over the 2.4, but for phone purposes, it doesn't really make much of a difference. So typically, you'll be limited by your mobile network speed, as hotspot is using a mobile network. And because that usually is very slow. For instance, my device caps at like 60 megabits. That is not fast. That is well in the range of the 2.4 network, so I don't really even need to mess around with the 5 gigahertz one just because of the speed. As I'm not, like, my mobile network doesn't go fast enough to be utilizing the 2.4 connection. So that kind of removes the benefit of it, and the 2.4 has the benefit of, the downside, or whatever. The 2.4 has a benefit of just kind of being more versatile, so it can connect to basically any kind of device that has Wi-Fi connectivity. You might have a 15-year-old laptop. If it has Wi-Fi connectivity, it will be able to connect to the 2.4. Now, same laptop, if you select 5 gigahertz, will not be able to connect to the 5 gigahertz. Hell, it won't even see it. So the 5 gigahertz here is labeled as fast speed compatible with some devices. Now, some is a good option, a good way to describe it. And it's going to be compatible with a lot of devices in reality in recent timing, from like probably 5 to 7 years back. More higher end devices already had that. So you should be good to go with those. If you don't know and you do want to utilize 5 gigahertz for some reason, you can obviously select it, get that device, and turn on your hotspot on your phone and see if you see that hotspot. If you do, well, then you're good to go. It does support it. If it doesn't see it, well, it doesn't support it. Though give it like solid 5 to 10 seconds for that to show up, as it sometimes doesn't happen like automatically. And for other purposes, if you're thinking about 5 gigahertz, or why you should maybe consider 5 gigahertz, is if you live in a heavily populated area, maybe something like New York City, you possibly could experience some kind of interference with the 2.4 connection. And in these cases, you would want to possibly select the 5 gigahertz. Though keep in mind, it doesn't remove that problem that if the other device doesn't support 5 gigahertz, you just don't see it. But if it does support it, and you do have interference on the 2.4, that would be a great solution. Now, to explain why this would happen and what the problem is. So with 2.4 gigahertz network, a frequency, just generally there's a lot of different signals at this frequency. There's like if someone has Wi-Fi, they usually do have the 2.4 gigahertz signal. So what this basically creates is a traffic in this kind of frequency range. And that traffic might create interference when you're trying to use your own hotspot. So if you're having some kind of problems, I have never experienced this, so I don't really know what to look for. But if you have some kind of something that I would presume would happen, disconnection or just dropouts or problems loading pages, this could possibly be due to the heavily kind of trafficked lanes. And in this case, you could switch to 5 and hopefully you would have better time. Now, 5 gigahertz network or frequency is much more accommodating for a lot of signals. So that same frequency can have way more signals at the same time without causing interference between one another. It's as though you'd compare something like a trafficked intersection where no one is moving to something like a flowing highway where every signal is every car is just going forward without much of a problem. So that's kind of the difference between these two signals. Same amount of cars, just ones aren't stuck in the traffic. So anyway, that was a little bit of a long-winded explanation. Let's move on. Next thing here, turn off hotspot automatically when no devices are connected. This is enabled by default, and I do recommend keeping that on, as hotspot does consume more of your phone's battery. So when you're done using it, this is a pretty handy way for it to just turn itself off. And this is also a good implementation here, as it automatically turns off when no devices are connected, opposed to some other devices using no network being used, which you could be connected and reading an article but not use connection or like internet speed. Therefore, it automatically triggers the timer to turn it off. Here, you would physically have to disconnect from it, which if you're using something like a laptop, that would usually happen when you close the lid. And this shouldn't happen automatically, I believe, on here. So it's still like a 5-minute counter. And that's really everything that you need here in terms of settings. Now, one last thing that I do want to point out is the manage devices. Because, for instance, how I set it up, it's a very simple password. If someone manages to guess your password and, for instance, your network is running slow and stuff like that, you could come in here and see what devices are connected. So if there's more than, for instance, one that you have connected, you can literally kick it from your network and block it from being able to connect to your network, or just you can change the password. And one last thing that I did want to mention that isn't available here is the option to set a limit to how much data can be used. So that is something that you will need to keep in mind if your service plan for your mobile network has a data cap for like, I don't know, 10 gigabytes or whatever, and your service provider is a little bit of a cunt where they decide to just automatically bill you extra because you surpassed it instead of blocking it, then you will definitely want to be aware of that, as otherwise you might get billed for extra data that you have been using through mobile network, as hotspot goes through mobile network. In any case, once everything is set up, you can close this off and then find the toggle and simply tap on it to turn it on. Now, quickly checking it, yep, that's one of the things that you also need to keep in mind. When enabling hotspot, your Wi-Fi will be automatically turned off. This is a budget phone, so it doesn't have enough antennas, so it will keep the connection to your, basically to any kind of cellular connection, so you can receive calls and send them, right? And it can have Wi-Fi. Now, Wi-Fi is interchangeable with the hotspot, so you can either have one or the other, not both. So when you enable this, it automatically, you can see, turns off your Wi-Fi. And as you also see, once you're done with it, you can tap on this toggle again to turn it off yourself. You don't need to wait for it to turn it off for you. So that's something that you can utilize. Now, anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto G57 Power, and today I'll show you how you can record screen on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen. I'll do it twice, and this will extend the list of visible toggles. Now, on one of the pages, we should have our screen recording visible. For me, it is on a third page right over here. Looks like this. Now, if you can't find it on any of the pages, you can actually add it by clicking right here on this pencil. And then scroll down below this text. Everything here below are toggles that you can add additionally to that list that we have originally pulled down. So let's just say I want to add data saver. I will just hold it and the text right here will change. When it changes, you see, drag it over to the top, drop it, go back, and you can see this toggle is now added here. Now, once you see your screen recorder toggle added, first time around, let's see if we can hold it, and we can. So when you hold it, it takes you to the settings. Now in here, we have things like resolution. We have only 2 options, unfortunately, which is capping at 720p. Pretty bad. So we're going to keep it at that. If it's at 480p for you, change it to 720p. Both of them are crap, but from two bad options, you might as well pick the lesser, like shit option. So that would be the 720. Now, we also have a couple limits. So we have recording time limit or size limit if you want to set one up. It doesn't really make any difference right here in terms of quality of recording. It's just space constrained. And show touch points. This will record a semi-transparent gray dot where your finger was pressing the display. I'm going to turn that on just so you can see how that will look like on the recording. And the option at the very top, which isn't really an option, or well, I guess it is in a meaning, are just 2 different sizes for the selfie camera. Now you have the option once you start recording to add a selfie camera, and when you do enable it, these are going to be the sizes of the little bubble that will show up on your screen that can move around. So this is the actual size of the circle. So anyway, we can close this up. Let's find this toggle once more. And this time around, we're just going to simply tap on it. Here comes some additional options. So we can, for instance, select what we'll be recording. We have record entire screen, or we can record just an app. We can also change the audio recording. So we have microphone, system, both, or nothing. Now, if you're planning to record both mic and system, I would recommend using headphones, as otherwise when sound is coming through speakers, microphone might pick it up the second time. As the first time it gets recorded, the system sound, it's actually internal. So on the software side, not through speakers. So it would obviously record it twice and might have this kind of echo effect to it. Now I'll be just selecting system sound right here. And here's the camera, like I mentioned, that I can add on. And from there, just select record. This begins a 3-second countdown. And then when a notification begins recording. So whatever you'll do right now will be recorded by the device. Now I do want to see if I have some application that I wanted to showcase, but it looks like I don't. That's fortunate, unfortunate, depending on how you want to look at it. Anyway, I'm going to open up just some kind of application so I have something to show. Let's see what would be a good one. Maybe let's try this. Okay, anyway, once you're done with the recording, you can click on the square right here. This will give you another notification and finish recording. Now once it does so, you can find that recording in your Photos application. Am I blind? I must be blind. Where the hell is the Photos? Oh, we have gallery here. Or gallery something. Excuse me? Is that an ad? Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, I don't think this is original application. Let's just try to look for normal Photos app or something along those lines. Okay, there is Photos. I'm not sure where then. Anyway, so we're going to open this up. And in here, you want to navigate to collections, which will be the best way. Now, there will be a little bit of a discrepancy on how this shows up on your end compared to how it appears on my device. So, typically, your screen recordings will be located, I believe, somewhere right here under an album called Videos, or you sometimes can also find it in the Screenshots album. Here you can see Screenshots doesn't have it, and there is no Videos album right here. And that is because there is an album, 4 albums, I think, created. Right? This one right here. At least I think that's the one. Or not. No, not people. Places. On device. There we go. So it's the on device, actually. Now, this is not the default kind of location for this. It's typically, like I said, on the on the home screen. And you can see we have screen recorder. And from here we can view our recording. It's already playing. Now, I did want to show something, and I will talk about it just so you are aware of this limitation. You will not be able to always record every application that you want. There are some applications that basically block screen recorder from being able to see the screen. Now, this is part of Android, and it's designed for privacy and security of the user. And when it's being used properly, for instance, with applications like bank applications, it's going to be very beneficial to you. Because if you were ever to somehow get a virus on your device, some kind of malware that would try to see what kind of pins you're typing into your bank application, you can imagine how that would be detrimental to the security of your bank and also your money. So because Android kind of blocks this, or allows applications to block things like screen pinning, screen recording, or screenshots, that application would just straight up not see anything other than like fully black screen. And in this case, it's great. And that is done for your privacy and security. Now, when you have some other applications that do this, typically ones that require a monthly subscription for bullshit services, those applications would be things like, for instance, Spotify, Netflix, and any other application that does some kind of content streaming that is behind a paywall. And in this case, you can be sure as shit that is not done for your privacy and security. That is done so application can prevent any kind of piracy. But if you're trying to pirate content by recording a screen, you're doing it wrong. There are much better ways. And because I consider this to be an absolute overreach of what the application should be able to do, I will show you where you can go to capture your screenshot or screen recording in case you want to, because for fuck's sakes, you're paying for it, so you should be in your right to be able to capture a goddamn recording whenever you please so. And for me, I also find this a little bit more annoying, as if you have something like Netflix, which I do not own an account of, and the application itself, because of, behind the doors deals, comes usually pre-installed with the devices. I never installed it. I never owned an account for it. I never agreed to terms of service or use or any other kind of legal agreement to this. I have never signed into it with any other one's account. This application is just on my device without me ever actually installing it and doing anything with it other than maybe clicking on it. So if an application like that can change how my device can record screen in a specific application just because, I kind of consider this to be an overreach of what an application should be able to do on my device without ever asking for my permission. For God's sakes, I never even agreed to this. So, for that purpose, if you want to capture screenshots, screen recordings, any kind of application like this, you can go to your web browser and then search for something like pstream.mov. Now, I know that this keyboard is awful, so you can just check out the link right here, pstream.mov. This is something that I started checking out in recent timing. Truth be told, for this to work best, it does kind of prompt you to get a plugin, and without it, it has a more of an iffy kind of state if it works or not. And it's up to you if you want to try it out or not. Just know anything here is technically free. You can click on it. And with the plugin, it just has a higher chance of finding some kind of repositories where it will start playing the content. So that's one thing. And now for YouTube, or not YouTube, but something like Spotify, if you, I don't know, maybe you want to capture a snippet of a song or something like that, right? You can do that either through YouTube, or you can check out Resize. Now, Resize has also YouTube without ads, and Spotify and other things. So anyway, I kind of find it hilarious that something like Spotify has the audacity to block screen recordings in a fear of piracy, when these cunts themselves literally started Spotify by straight up pirating the entire music library on the internet through, what is it, like LimeWire? Seems a little bit hypocritical. So for that, you have some other options if you, find this hypocrisy beyond understanding and you want to kind of, stick it up there. Anyway, this basically sums it up. So anyway, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.